Hey everybody, the Freelance are back again to do another showcase for Freelance for you guys. And as you can tell from the title, we're finally doing what not only myself, but I hope all of you have been looking forward to. This is my video, and I hope I don't go on too long, but if I do, please forgive me. This is my video on Sectaurs The Hyve. This thing is unbelievably massive. A little bit of backstory on the Hive. The Hive is the entire reason the Sectaurs universe even exists. There are more than one. There are multiple hives throughout the world of Symbion. And these hives were the storehouses, I guess you'd say, of the knowledge of the peoples who once lived on Symbion. They are referred to as the Ancients, but in reality, their civilization was more advanced than the Sectaurs themselves could ever have been. It was one of those stories of, science gone too far. Mankind attempting to almost become godlike in his power through his knowledge of the sciences. The hives are the last repositories of that knowledge. Just to show you size comparison scale, let me flip over here for a minute. This is a figure that most of you guys are probably familiar with. If you're not, he's a decent size. This, of course, this is the tallest one I could pick up at the time. This is the animated Megatron, leader class. And look at him standing next to this. He's still dwarfed by this amazingly tall playset. Features. This thing has a lot of features, a lot of stuff it can do. First thing you see is the bridge. And I'll show you the actual mechanism for the bridge on the other side. But you would reach behind here, and there's a little lever. And you could take it and pull it down, and it would drop the bridge. So whoever was in here, whatever figure you had standing, boom, there he goes. Of course, you've seen these the entire time. This is just plastic ladders. That's all these are. There are 3 different sections that you can easily pull apart and place anywhere you want to. Now, right behind Raplor here, let's move him on up for a second. You have this cage. There were actual names of the cage. I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you. And then right behind that, there's this door. And you'll see it on the other side, but this door actually swings completely open. And then you can take a figure and place him in here. We'll take Skeeto, for example. You could take a figure, place him in here. You shut the door. Sorry, I got a phone call and I completely lost my train of thought. So, like I say, you've got this little cage, you've got this prison that you can put him into, and then you could reach through and grab the character and pull him through the hole, and then he's actually inside the hive. Even though this looked like a cage in a prison, that you basically could treat that like the actual entrance to the hive. That was the only real way to get in. Now, there is one thing I'm missing from this hive, and to be honest with you, I don't miss it that much. I'll see if I can find a picture and insert it here for you. Inside this little hole would go this finger puppet, roughly about that big, give or take. He was this little green mantis-looking creature. And you could stick him through and mess with any of the Sectaurs that would be climbing up a ladder or what have you. He'd come through and knock them down. Because he, which I think his name was Vipex, and then this guy down here, Nar, were kind of the guardians. Now, Nar, as you can probably tell, just like the larger bugs like Tranquilus over there, he's basically a hand puppet. You just put your little hand through there, which of course it was made for a smaller size hand, so this isn't the easiest thing in the world. You could put him through, and you've got this big, ugly, spidery thing that you could just reach through all over the place and just grab onto a Sectaur or whatever figure you were playing with. One of the more fun features is up here on the top. On this platform, first of all, you see it's got this great little gun turret, which was kind of funny when you look at it because it's got two handles on each side. But the Sectaur's hands don't go sideways. They only sit like this. So they do actually have a handle up on the top, so they would be operating this humongous gun just doing this number. It was actually kind of a fun little idea. So up here on this platform where Waspix is currently standing, there's a little lever back here, and if you pull it, you open up this trap door. Now, as you can see, the problem, I guess you could say, with this trap door is it wasn't quite wide enough. And with the Sectaur's arms, the fact that they're stuck in this position, they always would tend to like grab on as they were falling through. But then the real fun feature, the feature that a lot of kids really liked, and I was one of them for sure, is this. All this is a, and I'll bring it here forward to you. All it is a plastic ball shaped like a boulder. It's got great little details in it too, which you really can't see from here, unfortunately. And it was on this pretty heavy string. This is a good string. This will take a lot of tension and a lot of force. And you could pull it back and forth, up and down, to whatever length you wanted. And then it was, of course, attached to this big swivel. And you could take it and just swing it around and smack it. You know, if there was a Sectaur up here, you could hit him. The guy up here even, you could hit him just to say that you did, because you pulled it all the way up here and it swung around and smacked him. You could hit guys down on the ground. You could do anything with it. And again, just adding more elements to your story. So let me take it real quick here and turn it around for you. Now it's here you really see what the Hive is. And I'm going to take some footage to give you a closer look. But here's the door, like I told you about, so that you could reach through and grab the character out. Down here is where you put your hand in to play with Gnar, and up here is Vipex's little hole. This was the stick that actually operated the bridge. It just kind of fell out, so I'm just kind of holding on to it. But as you can see, all it really was a piece of cardboard that had been painted and put into perspective. What I will say for it is, despite being just a piece of cardboard, it's real sturdy cardboard, so you can stand your figures on it and your characters on it. They won't fall off, and it holds up rather well. Though, unfortunately, just like so many things with this particular playset and most playsets, it really didn't stand up to some of the playware that kids would put it through. I know that my old one sure didn't. And the only other real big feature, I guess you'd say, are these railings that they had here. So if a Sectaur, you know, you could act like he would fall it off and attach his hand, which would fit around it nicely, like he's holding on for dear life or something like that. Even when you put Megs in here, it just works. He's so much shorter than the upper portion here. You can even take your taller Transformers and things and put them in here. So you could come up with some unimaginable crazy like crossover stories and just stuff like that. It was limitless what you could do with this thing, and that's what all playsets were back in the 80s. They were just limitless possibilities for your imagination. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. I mean, I can't sing this thing's praises enough. I will warn you of this much: if you find yourself looking for one, you're not going to come by them cheaply. I really didn't pay what these things generally go for. I don't know how that happened, grace of whatever deity you want to call it or what have you. But I was able to get this at a really, really great price. I almost feel like I pretty much stole it for what I got it for. This is the Hive. This is the glory that is the Hive, and everything is now complete. I've shown you guys everything I've got. If I ever obtain any more, you'll see it. Till then, this is the Freelancer. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you don't mind the fact you've been staring at my, overweight girth for the last 20 minutes or however long I wind up editing this down to. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.